It's another hot evening down at the allotment today and I'm already sweating. Okay, so today I'm going to mention the C word, okay? But don't touch me, okay? Basically, you have until the middle of August to plant your Christmas potatoes. Today is all about me planting potatoes for my Christmas dinner. I'm super excited about it because I've never actually done it before, so I'm quite looking forward to going through the process. I've always done the like spring to summer ones, but never the summer to winter. Can I do it? Can I make our Christmas dinner? These are the Charlotte potatoes, so they're good for the boiling, the roasting and the salad. So a bit of an all-rounder potato. So I'm hoping I can produce a good crop. You get 3 in the packet. I've got one of me Jamieson Brothers potato growing bag things that I'm going to use, and the compost as well to go with it. It's a whole bundle that Jamieson Brothers do. Alright, so I like these bags. They're 45 litres and they're quite sturdy, to be fair. I mean, the ones that I've got growing out the front of the shed, they're lasting. They've not even started to wear and tear or anything like that with the weather. So they're not bad little bags, really. I've got the potato compost as well to match it all. So it's literally a full Christmas dinner kit. Another thing that I like with these bags as well, you've got the dash line that goes up so you know where to put your soil each time. You're planting up to the first line, putting the seed potatoes in, planting up to the second, no, putting it up to the compost to the next line. And then as the green shoots come through, top it up, top it up, top it up. Done. Before I cook in this shed any longer, let's go plant them. So I'm hoping you guys can still hear me because I'm having to I've come around to the side of the shed. Even though the sun's out, it's actually quite windy. So there's a nice breeze going past and I don't want it to interfere with the mic and stuff because the microphone that I got is terrible. So I'm not even using that. I'm not even going to bother using it. As you see, these bags are actually quite roomy once you've got them opened up. So like I said, they are 45 litres. So this one bag of potato compost that I've got will fill this bag and have a little bit left over, which is quite nice. So it's not having to go out and buy some extra. Now, one thing with this compost, look at it. I mean, doesn't that just look like sexy compost? If compost is sexy, this is it. And it's got little bits of fertiliser in there as well. So fluffy, look at it. Fluffy compost. Okay, let's look at these potatoes. Like I said, these are the Charlotte potatoes. And you just get 3, so they average 10 potatoes from 1 seed potato. So here I'm looking at 30 potatoes. Fingers crossed anyway. Now I'm literally going to plant them. 1 there. 1 here. And 1 here. The little eyes that are on the potato, I'm going to have them facing up as well. So you've got 1 there. Got a couple on that one. And there's not actually 1 on that one. I'm going to place that there. And then cover them up. Okay, so that's it. I've got it topped up. Just breaking up a few of the chunky bits. But to be fair, there's not actually many of these in the bag. But now, I'm going to go get my watering can. And then I'm going to place this bag down at the front of the front of the shed with the other potatoes and give them a good water. And also water the other potatoes whilst I'm there. Right, so one thing that I am going to do that I keep forgetting on pretty much everything I grow is labelling. So I remembered to label my condor potatoes, but all the other varieties, I ain't got a clue, so it's going to be potluck when I harvest them. So I'm going to go right on the bag, Christmas potatoes. So far back. So one thing that I have failed on massively this year, and I've mentioned it in a few of my videos, is my fig. I bought this from U Garden probably the beginning of the growing season, and I thought it was fine outside the greenhouse. The weather was okay-ish. Then we got hit by a frost. The frost then killed off all of its leaves. So I was like, okay, not good. But with some TLC and back in the greenhouse, it then came back alive. But then when life took over, I went down here, it didn't get watered, and it's gone again. So it's still quite tough. I broke off a couple of the stems, looked a bit green, so I'm keeping it just in case. But I have actually gone and got another one because I gave up. I was clearly destined to destroy the original one. So Jamieson Brothers were doing like a sell-off on their plants, their berries and all that malarkey, and they had a fig. They had only had a couple of figs left, so I was like, I'm gonna have to get it really. So it's quite a nice size one. Yeah, so I need to get a pot sorted for that, and a pot and soil for it, because I'm going to keep it in a pot but then kind of plant it kind of in the center of my plot, kind of like in between my raised beds, like as a little feature. And then the other one I got, so once again, this is going to be going into a pot because I don't want it to grow huge. Definitely do not want it to grow huge because it will not be allowed down here. But I looked at it so many times and I was like, in the basket, out the basket, in the basket, out the basket. And I thought, do you know what? No, I'm getting it. I'm getting it this time as I'm getting the fig. It's a hazelnut. So that's why I'm going to keep it in a pot to kind of contain its growth, because I don't want it taking over, having some huge shadow on my plot. I want to keep it as a decent size, but still harvest the hazelnuts, because I want to make my own Nutella. That is my dream, is to make Nutella. So two new plants that I need to get pots for, or find pots for. Hopefully I've got two large enough, and then grab the soil at the weekend and get them potted up. But for now, they're going to stay in my greenhouse. Hopefully they'll be fine. Okay, so I don't have a lot to harvest on my plot this year, but I got a couple of bits. It's my wonky cucumber. It's starting to turn yellow, so I hope that's okay. But what I was hoping to do with this anyway was to pickle it, so we'll just give that a go. But I have got tomatoes. So yeah, my tiny little greenhouse harvest. But hey, like I said, it's better than nothing. I'm still getting some sort of reward. So the other thing I need to go check out is my blackberry. Look at it. I need to cut all these stems off. But check that out. All these guys have got to go. Or at least wind them in, what I can, into the support. But I do have some blackberries. Right, so the support it's been put on is 2 poles either end, and then just wire. Same kind of concept you would do for your grape. And then they're literally, all the branches are just wound over the green to support it. Over the wire. But these guys here don't actually know where to wind them on because there is no space. just sat on the floor. Ow. But these are the blackberries. Now, I know it's a thornless one, but these taste amazing. Like, I need to take some of these home. It's not a bad little harvest of blackberries. Well, any blackberry or berry experts out there, they are definitely not those like, is it pillberries and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm happy with that. Okay, I think I'm going to end my video there. So I've planted my Christmas potatoes. I actually have more on the way, but I'm waiting for them to turn up. When they do, I'll make sure I get the camera out, film it. But yeah, I've got the main batch done. I've picked the I have harvested the tomatoes that are ripe and the cucumber. I also have another cucumber on the way that's about yay big at the moment. I suppose I could actually pickle that, couldn't I? No, I'll leave it to grow. And then I've had a tidy up on my blackberry as well, and picked the fresh, ripe, delicious blackberries that are on that. And that's it for today, because I need to get back home now. But yeah, until next time.